been a while.
It has. It feels like it's been ages.
Because it has been ages. You know, when we were like optimistically thought we could do one every 2 weeks, like a podcast every 2 weeks.
Yeah, but then we changed it to a 3-week schedule. We're not.
Yeah, and it's not been that.
No, we're not. I've got no concept of time anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely not been 3 weeks. It's been more like 2 months.
No.
Yeah, and this is episode 7. It has been too long, but we've been busy.
I know. It's because the summer's here.
I know. I hate it when like dive centers say, "Oh, we've been so busy."
I know. But I've just like lost all track of time because I looked at my computer. I was talking to someone the other day and I looked at my computer and I didn't dive in July. I don't know how that happened.
Well, the weather hasn't been very good. Well, no, not the weather. The water hasn't been very good.
Yeah, I think it was the first 2 weeks we were blowing out, and then
Yeah.
the second 2 weeks I just got busy doing other stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm making up for it now.
Yeah. Where were you the other day? Oh, the weekend just gone. You've been out every day, haven't you?
St Mary's Beadnell.
Yeah. Any good?
Very good.
See anything?
Lots of grey seals.
At St Mary's.
At St Mary's, yeah. And then Beadnell. Wasn't as much macro life as I thought it would be. So I just had a good play with the swim through and lots of lobsters.
Oh, that's good.
Just surprised at.
Yeah.
Quite a few big fish as well.
Big fish, little fish, cardboard box?
Yes.
Did you pick up some rubbish?
I didn't.
Was there any... that's good. Was there anything to pick up?
Archie got a golf ball.
Right.
There was a couple of golf balls.
Well, that's because of that dude that stands on the top of the road and hits them in.
Yeah. But I wasn't really looking. So it probably was.
How dare you go for a dive and not look for
I know,
rubbish?
but I was just so much in like...
Yeah. The viz looked...
Diving, amazing viz, what's
I was
going on?
going to say the viz looked good.
Yeah, 10 metres, I'll say. Because of that marla, we're going to end up getting bubble troubles. But we'll wait for more bubble troubles.
All I heard there was bubble troubles. I assume you've got a story, but we'll move on to that later.
Yes,
Right.
we will.
Okay. You were playing with the Apeks torch as well?
Oh, of course, yeah. So we had that for test.
Yeah. What was it again? Luna X?
My brain, yes.
Is that what it's called? Luna X?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
The newest of
The Apeks umbilical torch.
Umbilical, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Lunar X.
What do you think of it?
See, this is a weird one. This is the conversation I had. Because, like, we talked about it beforehand. It was like, it's really nice, it's well made, blah, 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 looks sexy,
Yeah.
it's got really nice features.
Yeah.
And then when I got in the water, I was kind of like, yeah, this is going to be like a light cannon, boom. I turned it on, I was like, right.
Oh, so it wasn't very bright?
It wasn't very bright, no.
What was it meant to be, like 3,600 lumens?
Officially, I haven't found the stats. It did appear on Apeks and disappeared. But I have seen it in other places at 3,300. So I think it is 3,300 lumens.
Right.
Which, when you compare it to my Shark, which is cheaper, is like 6,000 lumens.
Right.
So there was that bit of anticlimax to it. But we were talking about the Goodman handle.
Uh-huh.
That was actually extremely well balanced in the water.
Was it?
It was perfect.
Oh, so I was slating it and actually it was really, really good.
Yeah, it was actually perfect. And then once the water took the weight of the torch,
Ah, okay.
it was really well balanced.
Right.
And I've not had that comfort in other Goodmans. Because in other Goodmans, you've generally got to keep hold of it. As soon as I let go, it'll rock one way or the other.
Right.
Whereas on that one, even if it let go, it still stayed. Which was nice. So yeah, the weird thing about it is, even though it was only 3,000 lumens, it wasn't as bright as some of the other ones.
Yeah.
Kind of got to look at like the price point. So like your halcyons and ammonites, you're pushing to the $2,000 mark. I'm saying off the top of my head. Whereas this one's 1,400 or something retail.
And they're the similar
For the
lumens.
Apeks. No, they're way brighter.
Oh.
But have similar features and similar build qualities and stuff like that. So you kind of, it's not quite as up there, but the price reflects that. So it is cheaper than them ones.
So it's got like the same quality and build, but you're paying less because it's got less lumens.
I think so, yeah. Certainly in comparison to the Halcyon Focus, where you can change the beam, and the Ammonite Nautilus, where you can change the beam angle.
Right.
Just go from wide to narrow or customize it.
So it's got a place in the market.
It does, yeah. But then you would compare it to like the Shark, and the Shark is, yeah, my brain, yeah, that's just picking up my ear. 800. 800.
I can't remember.
I'm sure it's 800 mark.
Cheaper than the Apeks one.
Yeah, it's cheap. It's lower than $1,000, and it's cheaper than the Apeks one, and that's way brighter.
Yeah. I think I'd rather have brightness over Goodman stability.
But on the Shark, all you've got is like a bright beam with like, it's got the center spot and a wide cast.
Right.
Whereas on the Apeks, you can decide, do I want really narrow beam for long distance communication or stuff like that, or you can have the wide beam, or you can have both. So you've got a lot more variance, and it's got a strobe feature, which is very difficult to put on, but once you get it on, it does work.
So should we just buy all of the torches? Just buy them all, because we can't decide which is the best.
Yeah, well, I would quite happily do
that
but
would
you
suit,
wouldn't.
that would suit you.
Yeah. So the interesting thing with that is, yes, okay, so you can get a cheaper, far brighter torch, but I actually quite liked the fact it wasn't as bright. It was nice.
I suppose it depends on what kind of dive you're doing, because you don't want...
Yeah, it was a really nice clean light, and it provided a nice colour to the water, and it just lighted up what I needed. Whereas certainly with Shark is kind of overkill.
Right.
If that makes sense.
It does, but it doesn't help anybody watching decide what torch they want.
Well, it does. If you want to upgrade and pay for the build quality and have options of changing and having a sealed unit and USB chargeable and having the screen that tells you how much runtime and everything like that, then it's the Apeks torch. But if you just want as much bang for your buck, then it's the Shark.
Okay, that's summed it up much better. You could have maybe cut that last 10 minutes out and just said that.
I know, but it's a constant battle in the
There's
head.
nuances to it.
Because I was like looking at it going, oh, that's a bit of an anticlimax, but actually this is really nice. Because you could say, all right, okay, I'll get the bright Shark, I know I'm rambling here,
yeah,
and have the high power and put it on the low power, but the low power Shark isn't the same as the Apeks, if you know what I mean.
Kind of.
So, yeah, it's a weird one.
Okay, well, that. Thank you for providing the update, even though it put us to sleep.
It's tortures, man.
Torture. It is torture.
What is your bubble troubles now, Nick?
Well, I think it was last time we were talking about like Apeks torch, and I was saying how the Goodman handle was like way too big for my hands.
Yeah.
And then someone commented on one of the videos saying like, oh, I have the same thing with reels. And I said, oh, you should try the Halo Spool because it's meant for people with small hands.
Yeah.
So the trouble I have with like a normal reel is that it's just too wide for my hand. So I don't know if I can show it on camera, but like my sort of thumb and middle finger are only just touching inside that hole there.
Well, they're not meant to touch inside.
I know, but I don't have, there's not much, I don't feel confident letting go of that and letting that spin because my fingers will just slip out.
Right, okay, I kind of...
Which is the problem that I have. Plus, I don't have any extra length to hold my SMB at the same time.
Right.
So because my SMB is like all inflation, it's messy because like my reg comes out, I have to get my SMB with the other hand. I have to use two hands, blow it, send it, and then get my reg, which I don't particularly like. I think that's a bit of a like clusterfuck. So I don't really like that. But the difference with the Halo spool is like, look how much extra space I've got there. So I know that once that goes, it's going to easily spin in my fingers and I'm not going to drop it. Plus, I can actually put my whole hand through it, and now I can set my SMB up and do it one-handed, just because I've got more finger space and more room to do it.
Yeah, because I mean,
there's a massive difference.
So that's a lot thinner.
Obviously, the downside is it's like bigger in my pocket that way, but I'm not really that bothered about that.
No.
Like I really, really struggle with those little ones. So I did mention that it was Kristen, I think, on the video who says, and I said I'll try the Halo, and she's like, oh yeah, I'll look into that, just because it's just mint. It's just such a different design, such a good design, and for little pinky people like me.
Yeah, I mean it's completely different.
Works mint.
No one else is really doing that.
No.
Design really.
What's your bubble trouble?
Right, mine is, and I've been thinking about this, we've talked about before about Marla.
Oh yeah.
So these are the guys who are getting AI and creating algorithms to do the viz report thing. So there's one base for the UK.
To predict the viz based on the conditions.
Yeah, so yeah. I mean it's an evolution process, so they're building it up, but hopefully it'll be based on the fact, because the tide's this, and there's been this much rainfall, and the weather's been this for so long, the viz should be ballpark within this. Mm-hmm. So kind of forgot about it over winter, and then I came and I was like, oh, I need to do my visit reports for the week. And I spent ages looking at the phone going, well, was it 5 to 8? Or was it 8 to 10? So it's this battle I've got in my head. I'm like, I'm just going to have to dive with tape measure every time. Because I want to be accurate. But there's other people who put the reports in, and I'm like, 5 meters? There's no way it's 5 meters.
Well, why don't you do like arm spans?
Well, I normally base it off like, because we're always, whenever I go diving, I always end up with the front, and then there's buddy teams behind.
Yeah.
And there was a couple of times where there was 3 were actually in a single file, and I could see past the third person.
Right.
So in my head, that's 2, 4, 6 plus a bit extra. So that's
Right.
easily 8 meters,
Right.
if not more.
Yeah.
And we had seals circling, and they were easily 10 meters.
Right.
So I've put 8 to 10 meters, but then it's the question is, are people like half glass full or half
Yeah.
half glass empty or whatever it is?
Yeah.
So like, how do people judge it for them to get a more accurate? So it's quite good the fact that they haven't just said specify 3, 4, 6. It's like 3 to 5 or
Right.
so at least you've got a gauge of, all right, that's terrible ballpark viz, or it's mid-level. Or so I think they'll have like a red, yellow, like a traffic light system basically for it.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, as long as it's not that, I'll dive it.
well, I know it does get kind of that as well.
Anything above 0, I'll dive.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to know if it was like, if they could predict, there's going to be like 0 viz.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
bother going. That would be nice.
I suppose for the UK, it doesn't really matter as long as it's above 3 meters. All right, it's nice viz.
Yeah.
I'll take my camera.
Yeah.
Less than 3 meters, probably won't bother.
Yeah.
With my camera, I might get in. What meter I'm not getting in.
So did you notice, does it tell you like how many reports have been done recently? Can you see?
Doesn't, but it's got, so you can see all the reports. Mm-hmm. So you can go on and see them all for the spots.
But can you see how many people have been reporting? Like,
It looks like lots.
Yeah,
I've
that's
not
good.
seen it. But the good thing, what they're trying to do now is do a firmware upgrade. So they need X amount of data before each upgrade.
All right.
I don't know what's going on in the background for that. So they need another 221 viz reports. So get diving, get reporting. Need 221. I'll do my best to get the light share. There might be a sudden influx of viz reports. But yeah, so hopefully they get the upgrade in. And they've started doing like a beta testing and stuff like that. So
Beer testing.
beta testing.
Beta.
So hopefully they'll start putting other cool little features in. Yeah,
That's cool.
so I'm taking a tape measure. I could use a spool for mark, but I do have a tape measure down,
I mean, we've done it before.
and we've done it before for this purpose.
Yeah.
So I might be tempted to just bash them out.
Are you ready for your first diver question?
Ooh, yes.
So David's asking about the XDeep wings. Can you retrofit a quick release buckle onto if you had like a full harness?
Yeah, I've seen this popping up quite a bit now. The answer is yes.
Yay!
Yay.
Okay, moving on. No.
So when you buy an XDeep wing, they've got what's called standard and deluxe. So deluxe, so standard is just a one-piece harness, no padding, no anything, just simple, does what it needs to
Yeah,
do.
and you're like, everybody should dive like this.
No, not necessarily. That's how I like it.
I do not like it.
And then you've got the deluxe, which has got the quick release buckles and the deluxe padding. Now, some people don't know what they're doing. Don't know what they're doing. That's not right.
Don't know what they need.
Don't know what they need because they haven't used it yet and they want to get in the water. And they've got some people saying that and some people saying that.
Yeah, like the
about,
hardcore tech gurus are like, oh, you added in failure points.
Yeah,
and,
there's failure point in that.
and I'm just like, but can I just have it so it's easy to put on and off, please?
Yeah, I do understand that. So whichever way you go, we can retrofit and go back to. So, I mean, changing from the deluxe is almost like downgrading
What do you mean?
because you're basically taking off. You've paid for lots of nice features and you're taking all off. I suppose you can leave the padding off, but you're basically taking off all the buckles and stuff and then just putting on a simple webbing.
Oh, if you go from deluxe to standard, yeah,
So
that's
if,
not what you
So
said.
if anything, if you're hesitating, I would say buy a standard and then get a deluxe kit and upgrade after.
Well, I suppose, yeah, if you're not sure how easy... so what is the purpose of the buckles? Why might somebody want the buckles or need the buckles?
So the buckles is basically just so you can disconnect and get out of it a lot quicker and simpler.
Because when you've got a standard harness, there's like a little bit of wiggle room, but it's pretty much set, and you've got to have good shoulder flexibility to get it off.
So
Whereas with the buckles, you can unclip and you can do that kind
you
of
can shorten the length.
Yeah. Length
Words
of the
aren't
length.
working.
It's like a school bag, like a backpack.
Yes, you can increase the length.
Yeah.
So people who've only been used to the traditional BCDs,
Like the
jacket style
jacket
Baselayers that always had these feature,
Yeah.
it's not a huge change for them.
Yeah.
So it's still got that feature. Getting the BCD on and off in the water, so some people have to do it for the dive sites or the boats or whatever reason, clips are a lot easier.
Yeah.
Certainly a lot of instructors and dive masters, especially if they're teaching lots of rescue courses and having to chuck kit off and off, it does make life a lot easier.
Yeah.
So there is perks to it. Also, people who are traveling a lot and going from dry suit to wetsuit, there's no need to resize every time.
Yeah.
So that does again give flexibilities.
So what would be the benefit of a standard?
Exactly.
No,
you go
like-
through all that and you're like, well, I may as well get the deluxe. Yeah, I know. So for me, the standard gives a better fit and comfort. So you can get it basically the way the webbing runs around your body from like round there and wraps around your body and goes in is a lot more comfortable on the one piece. Where as soon as you put that buckle in, it kind of fouls the harness.
Right.
So you get like a bit of a weird kink to it. So
I've never noticed that.
so it doesn't quite go around your body as nice. And the main issue I've got with the buckles, if you want the buckles with the shoulder pads, the buckle is kind of down here.
So it's hard to
So
get.
to kind of tighten it, you've got to kind of do this, and some people struggle with that.
So if you didn't have the shoulder pads, you could put the buckle where
Yeah,
you
you
wanted.
could put the buckle a lot higher
Right.
up where it normally is.
Right.
Yeah. So there is little trade-offs. So my personal preference, the one-piece harness.
My personal preference is get the buckles in, make life easy.
Yeah.
I think the best thing to do is if you're not sure, just give them a shout and have a chat, and then you can talk through. And if obviously, like if you're local, we've got both of those. We've got the single piece harness, we've got the buckle, so you can come and try putting it on and off and see what you think, see how it fits.
And plus, since we're talking about this, I should mention the Zen is actually designed to have, I think it's about an inch of extra moon. So technically on the Zen, you don't really need the buckles.
Is it got a cinch, or is it just?
No, it's just because the way they've designed it, the shoulder's a lot longer. As soon as you unclip the waist, you get an extra inch of webbing.
Right, okay.
Which is more than enough to get in and out.
Right.
So technically on the Zen, getting in and out, you
I've
don't
never
really-
dived a Zen, I've only dived a
don't
Zeros.
really need the buckles. It's just as easy without the buckles. It's mainly the Zen where I've had issues with the buckles getting in the way. Unless, obviously, like the other caveats, like people's shoulder injuries, or you just want the buckles just for speed.
Yeah.
Then, yeah. Whereas in the Zeos, it's the traditional style wing, so I do understand the traditional style wing. It is a little bit of a fight to get out.
Yeah, because
Depending how you've got it set up.
the Zeos has just got like that sort of rectangular backplate, whereas the Zen's more like ergonomically designed, isn't it? So it's already built into the Zen. They've already thought about that a little bit. Interesting.
Yes.
Who knew a buckle could be so interesting? All right, the next diver question is quite a few people have been sending this in actually. How bright actually is the Shark Strobe?
Yes, so the Shark Strobes, this is very frustrating because they've just suddenly went very, very popular exactly at the time the suppliers had a
Yeah,
stock shortage.
I don't know why they've gone like everybody wants a Shark Strobe,
Yeah.
because they are really, really good.
They're very good.
They're
I love
very,
them.
they're bright as in like, don't look at it bright.
Yeah. Yes, so they are very nice. It's good torch, good strobe.
Yeah.
I think it's the price point as well. They're a very good price point. I don't think there's any strobes of that level anywhere near it.
What do you use your strobe for?
So primarily what we used it for was is like a follow the leader light, bunny tail light.
Yeah, so you would put it on your tank or something.
So yeah, we just clipped it on with back crotch D-rings and they just hung there. So it was easier for the group, especially if the days was dropping a bit and you've got a few, it was a lot easier. You kind of got a focal point light so you know
Yeah.
roughly where you're going and stuff like that.
I like to use them on night dives. Like if there's lots of boats around, you put it on your boat and you know which land is yours.
Yeah, so we use that at the Red Sea
Yeah.
a lot. You just drop it in and then at least you've got that reference point.
Yeah.
And then also, especially for the UK, a lot of places where they're diving wrecks and the shot lines that have strobe systems.
So you know you get back to the shot and get back up.
Yeah, so you know you
Yeah.
can definitely hit the shot back up, and then it's also a bit of assist depending on how they do it. But sometimes teams, everyone puts their own on, so at least the last person knows, oh, everyone's up.
Get different colour ones.
Shark, no. Other ones, probably, yeah. Some other strobes do have like red and greens and stuff.
And you know why they're out of stock?
I don't know what happened. I never got the full story.
Right.
Because all the rest of the Shark torches came back into stock, not the strobes.
Have they got a date in mind?
I just got ballpark answers. So I think, in theory, that was start of July, I think, so it should hopefully be come back in stock soon. So we've got them on order, so hopefully they'll come back in. But like people have been asking, like, how bright are they? I'm like, yeah, they're really good. They do the job. We've used them in like 1 meter phase. I've used them in 30 meter X in green water. It does the job. And I had all the photo shoot set up, ready to do it. And I wanted the newer model to come in to do the photo shoot because I've got the older model, which just is slightly not as bright to do justice. And
then you sold the last one.
I sold the last one, yeah.
Typical.
Aye.
Oh,
so
well.
as soon as we do get it, I will get that video done.
Yeah.
And then it'll sit on Nick's computer for ages while she doesn't edit the videos.
The thing is, our brains work very differently. And when you're shooting a video, like when I shoot a video, I've got a story in mind, and I can edit it really easy because I know what the story is. I'm assuming you have a story in your head,
Yeah,
but it's nothing like the story what might be in my head. So it's very hard to edit your videos. And I have told you to tell us what the story is, and I'll be able to edit it a bit better when I see these random videos.
Well, no, but I've been waiting for you to go, right, we're doing videos today, and I'll sit down with you and go through it. We'll do it together.
Yeah, I've been doing other stuff.
Basically, you just don't want to sit and work with us.
Maybe. I prefer working independently.
Yeah.
What's your product of the week? Let me get my pointer. Where's it?
We're going to talk about the J2s.
Oh, yeah, the J2s. Are these the new ones?
No, this is the older one.
Ugh. Well, what's the point?
Wait. I'm getting to it. I do have the new one.
Oh, okay, I was going to say.
This is the old one.
Talking about it. And after I've just updated all the J2s on the website as well.
I know. Literally just see the updating and I know how much you hate J2s right now. It's the funniest thing in the world when it comes to updating because manufacturers and photos and stuff.
It's a nightmare.
And file sizes and everything is not the simplest, is it?
It's not. It's a
And
nightmare.
I'm pleased that's your job.
Thanks.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about the J2s.
Right, old J2. It's orange. What else is different? Got an orange logo. Sorry.
So the J2 is basically, it was designed for that big cave expedition someone did back in the day.
Back in the day.
It was the J2 cave.
Yeah, but they were like wearing these like
Yeah, so
24/7.
They wanted something that they could wear 24/7, didn't get as smelly, and was very good at wicking. And this is what this does. So this is perfect.
I mean, have you washed that since you last worn it? It smells like you.
Thanks. Beautiful, eh? So this is perfect, especially now in the summer, because the idea of this is so a lot of people only wear like the big bulky base layers and forget about what's next to the skin.
Yeah.
And in them, they're cooking and sweating. So all that sweat is going to stick next to your skin, and that's going to cool you down as well, that condensation. So what you need is a next to skin layer like this that's going to take away that sweat off your skin and absorb it for you and dissipate it away. So that is the rule of this, and then it's laced with silver ions in it.
Yeah, and that's like antimicrobial
stuff. They stay and they can't wash out or anything like that. So that helps reduce any smells and stuff like that. So it means you don't have to wash them as much, which is really good. And my favourite feature is this.
Because it puts a pattern on your skin when you take it off.
It's like it's hard to explain. It's like
fluffy, waffle,
but it's I've seen a few people comment on social media because it's elasticated. It's almost like it's giving you a cuddle. It's like it feels really nice against your skin. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a comparison. The only comparison I think is like the support bandages and stuff you get for like injuries.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's like weighted blanket or something like that. It gives nice. So, you haven't got to the video editing of these.
I've seen it. And I was like, what? Why have you taken a picture of your waffle skin? You see what I mean about videos? Like, I just get random videos.
No, because I was there and I love the J2. It's one of my favourite because I've got the J2 and the Zero Firm. The Zero Firm's a bit warmer, but I love the J2 because it's a lot more comfortable for what I've just said. So I will prefer that. Occasionally, if I'm doing long, cool dives, I'll probably put the Zero Firm just for a bit of extra warmth.
Right.
But anyway, I've experimented with wardrobe now. So what I was trying to do is showcase that in the videos, and then I'll try to do like selfie videos of like, oh, this is getting in the water like the hikers are doing on their TikTok videos. So I was trying to add that story in my head, and then I was like, well, all you can see is my boobs. I'm hot and sweaty, so my nipples are sticking out. Right, that doesn't work. Change the angle. Right, now I could just see my massive beer belly. So then I'm trying to do like other shots, and I'm like, well, now my package is in the way and sticking around, and I'm like,
what? Sorry, what?
My package.
Your package? I'm surprised I showed up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can. So I'm like, right, that definitely can't work as a video. And I was like, right, okay, well, at least I can show the waffle skin. So then I'm trying to roll back and show the pattern on my skin.
So literally the only half usable video from all of that was waffle skin.
Possibly, yeah, but then I'm looking at it going, well, my hands, I did my legs, and it was covered in bites from when I've been cut, because I'd been helping do that tree. So it was just covered in bites because of the long grass. So it was just pasty white and bites and this waffle skin. I'm like, this isn't working. I need supervision for videos. Did
you see the pole vaulter who knocked the pole off because of his package?
No.
He's got like a really good score and knocked it off.
I saw the one of the French swimmer with his very, very, very tight Speedos, and everyone was commenting about his Olympic medal.
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, ridiculous Speedos. But anyway, we're digressing,
let's keep on. So, this is the old...
So this is the older Model J2, which I still have.
And what I'm super excited about on the new one is they've made it ocean positive.
Yes, it comes in this plastic.
Plastic, not plastic.
No more microplastics. I forget what they actually call it. Hydrophilic polyvinyl alcohol.
Say what now?
A water-soluble polymer.
Oh.
So this is the stuff that you can basically...
drink. Put in a glass of drink.
I don't
it's
know
got alcohol in it.
I don't know if you can drink it like... I wouldn't recommend drinking it, but you can dissolve it in water, especially hot water.
Yeah.
And I think, as far as I'm aware, it's recyclable. So yeah, reuse, dissolve, or recycle.
Nice.
So that's cool. And then it's in terms of a product, it's kind of the same, just a bit of an upgrade.
Yeah, so it's 90% recycled polymer and 10% elastine. So that's pretty good. Pretty good ratios of recycled stuff there.
So nice black now, and now it is a fully ocean positive material.
Yeah.
Whereas
has it still got the same waffle? Yeah,
yes, still got the same waffle.
Still got a waffle.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I really like. And now they've done it in... So the original J2 was just a long sleeve top and leggings.
Yeah.
But now they've brought in more, which you know...
Yeah.
So there
short sleeve top.
Short sleeve top.
Shorts. Long sleeve top.
Leggings.
And a bra top.
And this is the debate I was having the other day. I was going to get the shorts, and I was like, well, no, because I wear the leggings. And I'm never going to... I want to cover it, but then I was thinking, actually, you could wear the shorts and then the leggings on top.
You could.
So you could just use the shorts as underwear.
Yeah.
But I think it's also aiming at the market of people who wear dry suits in warmer countries.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they don't necessarily for thermal, but it's nicer to have that to get rid of condensation and sweat and stuff.
Yeah. I like the look of the bra top as well, because there's always a debate. That's a good diver question actually. Like, what should I wear underneath my dry suit? Because most people wear like a sports bra, or like they don't know what they're asking what to wear. That would be a great thing, because it would give you like a little bit of warmth as well and give you a bit of support.
Yeah, bras and the dry suit pinch would be very uncomfortable.
You could get a bra.
You're getting the mint today, like.
You said you started it. I'm just offering helpful advice.
So anyway, the Wickham properties.
What are you doing?
We're going to talk about the Wickham properties. I forgot.
Don't get on the new one. And you get
a show like Geordie Mam there. So you see how Wickham
Well, I can see it, but I don't think the camera can see it.
So just beads and rolls off, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so I don't know how well that's going to show up in the camera, but you can kind of see the wet patch. And basically what that's going to do now is it's going to wick and slowly get further and further apart. So it's going to spread the wet area more across the body, and then it'll dry out a lot faster.
Oh, that's why it's good.
Yeah. So it's very good at wicking. So basically it takes all that moisture from that point, spreads it over a big area, but it dries out straight.
Is that how much you sweat? Is that like a scientific experiment of the buckets of sweat that pour off you?
Pretty much now, especially in the dry suit.
Disgusting.
But it's easier to see on the grey than it is on the black. So we'll see what it's like by the end of this. I was meant to do that at the start.
What is this, like Blue Pierre or something?
It is, yeah. Well, this is what they were doing it on the dealer video. I
Oh,
thought,
right.
oh, that's quite like a good show and tell.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to get some tea on it as well?
I may as well. So yeah, that's the J2s. Highly recommend. Get a thumbs up from me. What we've got in store before the next podcast.
Well, it could be a year. You know, we could be talking next year.
No, we're back on it now.
Oh,
Yeah, back on it.
okay.
I'm going to put it in my calendar now, so I've got reminders so I don't lose concept of time.
Okay, that's fine. Whether I will be available for your next calendar appointment is another matter. I got stuff going on. I've got exciting stuff going on, you know.
True.
I'm busy working.
Busy bee.
Well, we're going to do some more diving, seeing as the conditions are nice at the minute.
Yes, make hay while we can.
Yeah.
So plan on getting lots of diving in. Hopefully get out on a boat. I want to get out on a boat. I miss the farms. So it'd be nice to get something in. And then a lot of products to get up.
Wait, I don't know why you're looking at me.
Yeah, we've got quite a lot of products to work on. Trying to think what else is major changing. Don't think there's any new products coming. RK4s will hopefully start appearing soon.
What's that like? New fins?
The new Apeks fin, yeah.
Are they nice?
They look nice, yeah.
Any different to the old ones?
I think so. I think they're going to be heavier, stiffer, and better propulsion.
Yeah.
I think they're going to give the 4-film tech fin a bit more of a run for the money. Because the
Right.
4-film tech fin's a very nice fin. So it'll be interesting to get hold of one of them, get them in the wet. But yeah.
Cool. I feel like it's been a quick one today, but at least it's out there.
Yes, we need to get out there, get your stupid outtakes up. And Archie was kind of badgering us, saying we need to get them up and running because he's got nothing to watch on his day off. And I was like, is that what the podcast is?
Yeah, of course. Like that's the level of commitment that we need to make sure that our audience have.
I know, now I realise how high stakes it is for Archie, then I'm just going to have to get it done.
Yeah. Anyway, so as always, you can send in your questions to hello@thehonestdiver.com, or you can leave a comment on the video or something, and we will endeavour to answer your questions. And you can share this, like this, subscribe this, I don't know, whatever it is.
I've lost all track of social media.
Tell your buddies all about it, because it's always nice to have new dive buddies listening in.
Yes.
And I suppose we'll get it in the diary and do another one at some point in the near future.
Yep. And hopefully everyone's got lots of good diving in.
Yeah.
Reported it all on Marla.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be the start of the summer now.
In August.
Yeah, I reckon our summer is now August. What month comes after August?
September.
October. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Past 3 years now it's been like that.
So you're
Best diving's been August, September, October.
You're going to be optimistic. Summer is now,
Yes.
and not the bad weather that's forecast.
July was still pretty warm.
There's bad weather coming.
Apart from that dodgy week. Wait, what?
There's bad weather coming?
No.
Yeah.
When?
Thunderstorms and weather warnings and that.
Oh, that's
It's hot now. This is the heat wave, and then it's done.
Wind?
I didn't mention the wind.
I've not looked because I'm just, it's amazing, so I don't need
It's
to look.
going to be amazing. It's just going to be great for the next few months.
Yeah.
We're just
As long
gonna
as
be
there's no wind.
diving every
It
day.
can rain as much as it wants, so I just don't want wind.
There can be wind. It just has to be going the right way.
True.
Anyway, love you. Bye.
Bye!
What are you doing?